This was the first night Daenerys and Jon spent together, but Daenerys had no idea. Jon was actually her last remaining relative. Just moments ago, Daenerys traded one of her dragons for a group of prisoners, but the negotiation with Cersei fell apart. To turn things around, Tyrion decided to negotiate with Cersei on his own. While Tyrion was risking his life in that conversation, Jon was talking to Daenerys about having children. Daenerys said she was the last of the Targaryen bloodline, but she couldn't have children, which meant no heirs for the future. Jon was puzzled and asked how she could be sure. That's when Daenerys told him it was something a witch had once told her. Jon said, "Did it never occur to you that maybe the witch was lying?" So Daenerys decided that once they left this place, she and Jon would find out the truth together. At that moment Tyrion returned, followed closely by Cersei. The atmosphere instantly grew tense, but surprisingly Tyrion had convinced Cersei. Cersei said her army would not stand aside. They would fight against the White Walkers together. In return she asked that after the war, Daenerys remember the help she gave, and honor the promise Daenerys made to her. This was undoubtedly good news for everyone present, but could Cersei really be trusted? Sure enough, shortly after Daenerys left, Cersei's brother Jaime was arranging for their troops to head north in 3 days. Cersei rushed out to stop him, calling Jaime a fool, saying he was the only one in the family who didn't realize what was actually going on, still preparing like an idiot. Even the ship that supposedly left out of fear of the undead wasn't scared at all. They just planned to ambush Daenerys while she was busy fighting the White Walkers. Jaime tried to persuade Cersei not to go through with it, saying that if Daenerys lost the war, they wouldn't survive either. But Cersei refused to listen. She was determined to take this dangerous gamble. If Daenerys couldn't defeat the White Walkers, then they surely couldn't, so there was no need to sacrifice their own forces. If Daenerys somehow won, they might still have a chance to beat her. She had 3 dragons, but only brought 2 to the negotiation. The only explanation was that the third one was already dead, so dragons weren't invincible. Jaime thought Cersei had completely lost her mind. She was no longer rational. He decided to leave her, but Cersei said Jaime was the only family she had left, so she tried to use force to make him stay, but Jaime insisted on leaving. He was the only one she couldn't bring herself to hurt, so Jaime walked away from his family, and the sister who had become more and more ruthless. After the negotiation, to test whether she could really have children, Daenerys went to Jon that night, and they began exploring the answer together. Meanwhile back in Winterfell, Sam was told by Bran that Jon wasn't a bastard. He was actually the son of Daenerys' older brother, a surviving heir of House Targaryen, the true heir to the Iron Throne, and Daenerys' biological nephew. At that moment snow began to fall across Westeros. An old maester in Winterfell had once said, it wasn't winter that brought the White Walkers, but the White Walkers that brought winter. Just then, beyond the wall, the Night King used the resurrected Viserion to blast open a massive gap in the wall. The army of the dead began to pour through. This marked the beginning of the Great War between ice and fire.